You won't believe how this family's life was transformed after winning the Mega Millions. But exactly what changes did a $165 million jackpot bring? And was it all for the better? Let's dive in. The Miracle Ticket. Before they won millions, the Morrisons were facing financial ruin. The fear of losing their home was large, and the holiday season, meant to be filled with joy and giving, was instead a reminder of their dire circumstances. Amidst this backdrop of misery, the family made a trip to a local convenience store in Rocky Point, a visit that was about to change their lives in a way they never could have imagined. Angel Destiny Morrison, then just 14 years old, accompanied her mother on this fateful errand. Their purpose was modest, to select small, affordable gifts for each of her 5 sisters. This was a humble attempt to preserve the spirit of Christmas amidst financial hardship. But as they entered the store, Angel's attention was drawn not to gifts and trinkets, but to the lottery jackpot sign that proudly displayed a staggering $165 million. It was a sum so huge it seemed surreal, especially to a family on the brink of losing everything. With the innocence and hope only a child can have, Angel nudged her mother towards the lottery counter. She suggested to her mom that she thought she should buy the ticket, with youthful optimism and a hope that this could be their shot at a miracle. Her mother, worn down by the weight of financial struggles, initially dismissed the idea. After all, winning the lottery was an impossible dream. It was something that happened to other people, not to families hanging by a thread. Yet as they proceeded to check out, Angel insisted. This time, her mother agreed, perhaps moved by her daughter's unwavering belief or simply seeking a momentary escape from their grim reality. They decided to use the birthdays of Angel's sisters as potential lucky numbers, but Angel, with a wisdom beyond her years, insisted on choosing randomly instead. It was a decision that would prove to be important later. Many people turn to their lucky numbers or special dates, like birthdays and anniversaries, when buying lottery tickets, believing these numbers have a personal significance that might just tilt luck in their favor. It's a way to add a personal touch to something as random as a lottery draw, making the process more meaningful and fun. However, leaning towards random numbers instead might actually be the smarter choice. This is because numbers like birthdays only go up to 31, leaving higher numbers less chosen and reducing the chance of sharing your prize if you win. Opting for a completely random set of numbers can spread your bets across the entire range, potentially increasing your odds of keeping a big win all to yourself. It's a mix of strategy and randomness that might just make the difference. This decision ended up working out well for the family too. Days later, the impossible happened. The lottery numbers were announced, and amidst the chaos of their everyday struggles, Angel's mother remembered the ticket. Checking the numbers once, then twice, disbelief washed over her as the realization set in. They had won. The miracle ticket, bought on a guess due to a kid's gut feeling, had indeed lived up to its name, transforming the Morrison family's life overnight from near financial ruin to unimaginable wealth. From despair to millionaires. The Morrison family has instantly gone from the brink of financial collapse to the heights of prosperity. They suddenly had a vast amount of money in their bank account, and the possibilities seemed endless to this poor family. Before the win, the Morrisons were a family acquainted with struggle. The threat of losing their home, the inability to fulfill basic needs, and the shadow of financial uncertainty hovered over them. It was a life marked by sacrifices, where even the smallest desires had to be overlooked to prioritize survival. Then, as if by magic, the Mega Millions win launched them from their dire circumstances into a world of possibilities they had never dared to dream of. The emotional whirlwind that followed the win was intense. Relief and joy were the most dominant, replacing years of financial anxiety. For the first time in a long time, the family could breathe without the financial stress in their lives stressing them out. There was an outpouring of tears, not of despair, but of happiness and disbelief. The realization that they no longer had to struggle was a monumental moment, marking the end of an era and the beginning of another. With the newfound wealth, the Morrisons set about making immediate and significant changes to their lives. The first order of business was securing a new home, a contrast to the one they feared losing. This new residence offered stability and security, a place where they could build new memories without the threat of financial instability looming over them. Buying a home or investing in property is a really smart option that can pay off in the long run. Real estate often appreciates in value over time, meaning your investment can grow, offering you a solid financial cushion. Plus, owning property can generate passive income if you decide to rent it out, providing a steady stream of earnings. It's also a tangible asset, something you can see and touch, which brings a sense of security and stability that's hard to match. So putting lottery winnings into real estate is like planting seeds for a prosperous future. Angel's long unmet dental need was another thing that the family instantly focused on once they had extra money. For years, a missing tooth, which was a source of self-consciousness and low self-esteem for Angel, remained unaddressed due to financial constraints. Post-lottery win, this was one of the first personal issues they resolved. It was a small but significant indicator of the family's new ability to take care of the personal well-being of its members. Education, previously a source of stress due to its cost, became an accessible dream. The Morrison children, who once faced uncertain academic futures, were now afforded the chance to pursue their studies without financial barriers. Investing some of that win into education is a move that pays off in the long run. This can open doors to new opportunities and experiences that might not have been possible before. Education equips you with skills and insights that can lead to more fulfilling work and hobbies, enriching your life in ways money alone can't. Plus, the sense of achievement you get from learning and growing is a prize no lottery can match. It's a way to ensure that your lottery win keeps giving back in personal growth and satisfaction. The Morrison children could now chase their passions and build careers without the fear of debt or compromise. Before the win, the Morrison family's life was dictated by the limitations of their financial situation. Necessities took precedence, and luxuries were a distant dream. The transition wasn't limited to their living arrangements or dental needs. The Morrisons also upgraded their mode of transportation, indulging in new cars that replaced their old, unreliable ones. These vehicles represented freedom, reliability, and a level of comfort the family had never experienced. Alongside these significant purchases, the family indulged in luxury items that had previously been out of reach. Each item bought was a celebration of their new life, a life where financial constraints no longer dictated their choices. Adapting to this life of wealth was both exhilarating and challenging. The sudden ability to afford almost anything they desired brought with it a sense of liberation. Yet, it also required changing their values and priorities. In an interview, Angel talked about how the Morrisons had to navigate the complexities of their new status and balance the excitement of indulging in their newfound wealth with the importance of staying grounded. This period of adjustment also was a time of reflection for them, where the family reevaluated what truly mattered to them. It was an opportunity to appreciate the non-materialistic aspects of their windfall, such as the peace of mind that came with financial security and the joy of being able to support each other's dreams and aspirations without monetary constraints. The curse of wealth. However, there was a darker side to the Morrison family's fairy tale fortune. While the Mega Millions win was a dream come true, it also brought in a series of challenges that tested their lives. Adding to the challenges faced by the Morrison family, the intense media attention forced them to adopt drastic measures for simple daily activities. The overwhelming presence of cameras outside their home compelled them to sneak out the back just to perform mundane tasks like grocery shopping, highlighting the extent to which their privacy was compromised. Their lives had transformed overnight, and not entirely for the better. Amidst this chaos, the family sought refuge in a trip to Hawaii and escape from the prying eyes of the media. This trip was a rare break, a chance for the Morrisons to enjoy their win in peace. The legal battles that happened were financially draining and brought unwarranted negative attention. The Morrisons were stuck in a lawsuit that painted them in a poor light, despite their innocence. It was a reminder of how their win was a double-edged sword, bringing both financial freedom and unwelcome challenges. The lawsuit, which eventually turned in their favor, revealed the harsh reality of their situation, where their integrity was questioned and their character was put on trial. This ordeal was a test of their resilience, as they fought to protect their name and their right to the life-changing win they'd rightfully earned. But perhaps more stressful were the personal threats that emerged. The family faced intimidation, both obvious and hidden, from those who sought to capitalize on their fortune. These threats introduced a level of fear and paranoia into their daily lives. Angel shared how this sudden wealth brought not just joy, but also unexpected challenges. She recounted an unsettling incident where an online comment claimed she had been killed, an example of the dark side of their newfound fame. The family's struggle extended beyond just managing their fortune. It involved navigating a world where their every move was scrutinized and their safety was at risk. This constant vigilance against potential threats became a taxing part of their reality, overshadowing the initial euphoria of their win. The psychological and social challenges of adapting to sudden fame and fortune cannot be understated. The Morsons had to struggle with the reality that their friendships, both within and outside the family, were forever altered. Friends and acquaintances' motivations became suspect, with the family having to question whether bonds were genuine or financially motivated. This skepticism created a barrier to forming new relationships and strained existing ones, isolating the family in a world where trust was a scarce commodity. Winning the lottery can sometimes open the door to less expected, often challenging experiences. For starters, privacy becomes a luxury. Winners often find themselves in the spotlight, their every decision scrutinized by the public and media alike. This attention can feel overwhelming, stripping away the joy and replacing it with a sense of vulnerability. Moreover, relationships can become strained as money comes into play. Friends, family, and even strangers may view the winner differently, with expectations and requests for financial help that can lead to uncomfortable situations. The simplicity of past relationships might be replaced by a complexity that wasn't there before, leaving the winner to wonder who they can truly trust. Then there's the psychological aspect, the pressure to manage this fortune wisely, the fear of losing it all, and the stress of making decisions that affect not just the winner but their loved ones too. It's a heavy burden to carry, one that can lead to anxiety and even alienation. Winning the lottery, it seems, is less about financial gain and more about navigating a maze of unforeseen emotional and social challenges. For Angel, the impact of the win was unique. Growing up in the shadow of the lottery win presented challenges distinct from those faced by her siblings. While her older siblings had experienced life before the win, Angel's formative years were shaped in an environment where wealth was abundant. This disparity in upbringing created a sense of isolation from her siblings, who had memories of struggle that Angel could not fully understand. The challenge for her was to find a sense of normalcy and authenticity in a life that was anything but ordinary. Angel recalled the simplicity of picking out Christmas gifts at a convenience store before the win, a contrast to the riches that followed. Angel's account of being whisked away from high school by her emotionally overwhelmed mother, the secrecy that shrouded their initial moments as millionaires, and the eventual public revelation all showed the abrupt transition from poverty to being rich. This sudden shift altered her family's financial standing and reshaped their social interactions, privacy, and Angel's journey through adolescence. The family's move to a new neighborhood and Angel's transformation from a shy girl into a more confident individual show the huge impact wealth can have on one's social identity and self-esteem. Lessons and growth. The family eventually went through a crucial phase of growth and realization. Post-lottery win, the family went on a path toward financial literacy, navigating the complexities of wealth management to secure their future. The Morrison family quickly understood that while their windfall solved many immediate problems, long-term stability required smart financial management. They sought the expertise of financial advisors to navigate investments, savings, and spending, ensuring their wealth was a foundation for future generations. This strategic approach to their finances showed the importance of financial literacy, transforming their windfall into a tool for sustainable prosperity. Imagine suddenly having more money than you've ever dreamed of. It's exhilarating but also daunting. Without the right guidance, managing such money can be overwhelming, leading to costly mistakes. Financial advisors help clarify your new financial goals. They can craft a plan that secures your immediate needs and ensures your wealth lasts, turning a moment of fortune into lifelong stability. They guide you through investments, savings, and even philanthropic desires, ensuring your money works for you in the most effective way. Legal experts, on the other hand, safeguard your new assets. They navigate the complex web of legalities that come with significant wealth, from tax implications to estate planning. Their expertise helps protect your fortune from potential pitfalls, ensuring your win is a blessing, not a burden. These experts provide the clarity, direction, and peace of mind needed to enjoy your fortune fully, making the journey from sudden wealth to sustained prosperity a smooth and secure one. This is why the family's decision to consult experts was a smart decision in the long run. For Angel, the youngest Morrison, the journey was also deeply personal. Despite the comfort and security provided by her family's wealth, Angel was driven by a desire to earn her own way and make her mark on the world. Angel's pursuit of independence led her to a career as an investigator, a role that capitalized on her innate curiosity and desire for justice, and also provided her with a sense of personal fulfillment and contribution to society. Her work, demanding both intellect and integrity, taught her the value of hard work, the importance of staying grounded, and the satisfaction that comes from contributing to the greater good. For Angel, giving back was a moral obligation, as well as a personal mission, rooted in gratitude for her family's turnaround and a deep-seated belief in the power of generosity. Her natural ability to recognize the truth, developed since childhood, became a key part of her career. This same intuition, which once guided her mother to purchase the winning lottery ticket, now empowered Angel to navigate complex investigations, ensuring that her actions led to positive outcomes for those she served. Through her career, Angel found a unique way to mix the lessons from her family's past with her personal aspirations, making a meaningful impact in her community. A legacy of giving. Eventually, after going through harsh periods after their win, the family realized they could use their money for good. Central to the Morrison family's philanthropic vision was their commitment to aiding those experiencing homelessness. Understanding firsthand the razor-thin line between stability and despair, they were driven by a deep-seated empathy for individuals and families caught in the grips of financial hardship. The establishment and operation of homeless shelters became one of their most significant contributions, offering a roof over heads and a beacon of hope for countless individuals. The shelters operated by the Morrison family were centers of community and support, providing essential services and a path to reintegration for those they served. This initiative reflected the family's belief in the dignity of every person and their right to a second chance. Through their work, the Morrisons were able to address the immediate needs of the homeless population. They also sought to tackle the systemic issues that contribute to homelessness, advocating for change and offering solutions. Their philanthropy, however, extended beyond the walls of the shelters. The Morrisons used their wealth to support various causes and organizations, each chosen with care and consideration for the impact it could have. From educational scholarships to healthcare initiatives, their generosity knew no bounds. Each project undertaken by the family was a step towards a better, more compassionate world. The Morrison family managed their win with wisdom and heart, turning a moment of luck into a lifetime of opportunity. Other lottery winners have spent their money in crazier ways in order to fulfill their wildest fantasies. Here's the craziest ways lottery winners spent their money.